Like many small towns, Edmonds experienced at times the challenges that come with economic variations and cycles. We experienced business closures and empty storefronts. People left town, businesses closed up. So this caused concerns to people that were in business, which I was at that time, and our city leaders. So when these two fellow Brits, came to my office and absolutely raved about this little town and said how beautiful it was with the mountains and the water and what have you, it was a prime candidate for a Britain in Bloom competition. And so they sparked me a little bit, and I guess you could say the seeds were sown at that time.
Well, when I first came to town, I met a woman who invited me to go to the Floridum Garden Club. And when I got there, there was a bunch of people talking about Edmonds in Bloom. And then I thought, what is that? So I checked into it, and I became a judge. It was probably, we moved here in about 2000. That was probably about 2002. Anyway, I was judge, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll have the guts to put my own garden in the competition.
The early years were mostly all the work of Jo Fye. She really put her heart into it, and she did a wonderful job. And people. Because before that, there had been flowers in Edmonds, and people had made efforts but it was nothing like it is now.
There was one gentleman that stuck in my mind. He lived in a little house on Main Street, and he was disabled, and he just walked with two canes. But he had two copper window boxes, and they were absolutely beautiful. Every year they were just beautiful, and when he accepted his award, he was so proud. He had on his best suit, probably his only suit, and tie. And his wife said that she had never seen him so inspired than taking care of those two window boxes and getting a prize. That was really special. I mean, it didn't affect the economic situation, but it sparked a lot of interest. That was what was rewarding for those of us on the board.
Among the earliest events that Edmonds in Bloom sponsored was the Spring Garden Festival, and it was for children, to attract children who then brought their parents, right? The children planted flowers in flower pots with the assistance of Edmonds and Bloom volunteers. And they were usually small children fooling with dirt in flower pots and planting the flowers, and they loved every minute, and they were so proud.
The really fabulous thing about Edmonds in Bloom is that it's a community idea that started 20 years ago, not unlike the Taste of Edmonds when it started. But a group of people have a shared common vision, they take it and run with it. I've had a chance to tour some of the gardens. The gardens every year are fabulous as you go around town. Obviously, the city of Edmonds itself is very interested with the flower baskets, with the flower gardens that we have. I wish the Edmonds in Bloom to happen on and on for years and years.
Here's Cisco from 20 years ago. We'd like to thank him for his continued support with Edmonds in Bloom.